Pemphigus includes a group of autoimmune blistering diseases of the skin and mucous membrane that is characterized by intraepidermal or intraepithelial vesicles or bulla formation. Now, the keratinocytes are encouraged to one another and to the connective tissue by number of adhesive mechanisms. The desmogleins forming the desmosomal components of different types, that is desmoglein 1, desmoglein 2 and desmoglein 3. The autoantibodies against the desmosomal components results in the epithelial cell separation that causes acantholysis. So these antibodies will act against the desmosomal components that results in epithelial cell separation, that is acantholysis. The main antigen that is present in the oral mucosa is desmoglein 3 and desmoglein 1 is mainly present in the skin. So if desmoglein 3 is involved, it causes suprabasilar split, and if desmoglein 1 is involved, then it causes parabasilar layer split. Now, pemphigus can be four types: pemphigus vulgaris, pemphigus foliaceus, pemphigus vegetans, and pemphigus rhythmatus. Pemphigus vulgaris is the most common type. Pemphigus vegetans is the variant of vulgaris. It consists of plaques, pustules, and ulcerations, whereas Pemphigus foliaceus is endemic in Brazil, also called as Fogo salvage. And the Pemphigus erythematosus is variant of foliaceus, and it is usually less severe. It resembles as similar as to lupus erythematosus. A total of 80 to 90% with the Pemphigus vulgaris develops oral lesions sometime during the course of disease, and in 60% of cases the oral lesion are the first sign. Now the pemphigus vulgaris present as thin flaccid thin wall vesicles bulla that are occurring in from few millimeter to few centimeter. They are mainly seen in buccal mucosa, palate, ventral surface of tongue and the lips. Lesion bleeds easily and are tender on palpation. Now Nikolsky sign is positive. Now Nikolsky sign. It could be wet Nikolsky sign, in which after the separation of epidermis the base of skin is moist, glistening and exudative, and the dry Nikolsky sign if the base of eroded skin is relatively dry. So what is basically Nikolsky sign? If the surface of the blister is pressed vertically, the blister extends laterally. So if it is pressed vertically, the blister extends laterally. You can clearly see a video regarding this. Now the classic histological feature in the pemphigus vulgaris is the acantholysis, in which there is loss of cell-to-cell contact in the epithelial cell layers, development of intercellular edema within the epithelial layers, dissolution of the intercellular bridges and widening of the intercellular spaces, leading to the separation between the cells and formation of blisters just above the basal layer. Hence the split is suprabasilar layer, and the basal cell remain tightly attached to the basal lamina that produce a tombstone appearance. The presence of Zank cells, which are free floating rounded acantholytic epithelial cells, will be found within the vesicles. Now diagnosis in the is the clinical examination in the patient with pemphigus vulgaris. An active blistering firm sliding pressure with the finger separates the normal looking epithelium, that is Nikolsky sign. Kazang smear. The base of blister is scraped and examined for the cantholytic cells. You can see free floating grounded or avoid cantholytic cells having enlarged chromatic centrally or ecentrally situated the nucleus. Other is compressed air test. Application of stream of compressed air to the oral mucosa of gingival tissue may cause shimmering of the outer surface followed by the formation of blebs or blister. Now immunofluorescence studies, we can do direct immunofluorescence or indirect. In direct immunofluorescence, fluorescent labeled anti-human immunoglobulins are placed over the patient tissue specimen. The circulation antibodies of IgG type bound to the intercellular segments of the oral mucosa can be detected. Now, in case of pemphigus vulgaris, the technique will detect the antibodies, usually IgG, and complement bound to the surface of the keratinocytes. And in the indirect immunofluorescence, serum from the patient is placed over prepared slide of an epidermal structure, that is usually a monkey esophagus. The slide is then overlaid with the fluorescent tag anti-human gamma globin. Indirect immunofluorescence is less sensitive than direct immunofluorescence.